I would like to take this time really quick to address something and talk to you guys about something that could not only change your life, but could change a friend's life, a coworker, mom, dad, cousin, or relative, anybody that's significant in your life. I believe what I'm about to tell you could really change a life. And it dates back all the way to when I was 18, 19 years old. I was playing high school football. I got a concussion, right? And during this time, after I got this concussion, for the next year, seriously, it is the worst time of my life. It was the worst point in my life. It was a time where I remember every single day to a T, from waking up to going to bed to sleeping, what dreams I was dreaming. Like, it was the worst point of my life. This is the time I wanted to commit suicide. This is the time I just didn't want to be on earth anymore. This is the time where I was lost. I didn't know where my future was. I didn't know where anything was. But I'm here now. And one of the reasons why I'm so positive every day is because of this point in time in my life as well. And let me get to that. So 18 years old, I get a concussion. From this concussion, I missed my last high school football game. I missed accolades for the team, being a great leader, whatever, all these different things. I didn't get these accolades for the player I was. I didn't go to all state. I didn't get all team or anything like that in the county or the area, which is partly because I missed my last high school football game. I ended up not going to Vanderbilt College to go play football. And I ended up going to Florida Atlantic University on a walk-on position. And then finally, the absolute worst thing that could ever happen to me. I was living as if I was a mirror. And I kid you not. So after this concussion, I had this thing where it was an out-of-body experience. And everything that I would look at, I would feel like it's fake. I would feel like if I looked at you, you would be looking back at me. And that's how I felt all the time. It was almost as if you woke up from a nap really, really quickly, you got up really, really fast, and all of a sudden, like, it's cloudy and everything's weird, you know? And you're like, whoa. And if you looked into a mirror at the time, you felt like you were actually looking at yourself from that mirror. You were that mirror, and you were looking at yourself. It was like, it was an Inception type thing. And this is how I felt for a full year, every single day, the worst point of time in my life. I would walk out of the door and I would see the sky and the light, and then I would go outside, and when it was dark, and I would look at everything and I couldn't understand it. I thought I was in a video game. I thought that everything was looking back at me. So at that point in time, my brain, like, I just wanted to cry every day. And I almost did. And I used to just sit in my room like this and just all day, every day. And through this, the only thing that pushed me through this was that I know that I've never given up before, and I can't give up now. I know I've never given up before, and I know I can't give up now. I have a legacy to create. I have people to inspire someday. I know this will happen, and it's happening right now. But I was at a point in my life where everything crumbled, and this feeling was like the cream on top of the cake. It was icing on top of the cake. And I was getting challenged. Life was challenging me so hard. But then I kept on telling myself, even when I was like this, you can't do it. You can't do it. I used to look at my fan at the top of my room, and I would look at the fan and I'd be like, what if I could just end it all right now? What if I could just end it all right now? I used to think about guns, like, what if I had a gun? Like, what if I had a gun in my hand? Could I do it? Could I actually do it? How could I make this as painless as possible? Like, mom, dad, I used to go up to them and I used to be like, I just can't. I don't understand what's happening. I don't. And as I said in previous videos, the one thing that got me through everything was knowing that I couldn't give up. And not only that, but working out. And it's crazy, it's bizarre for me to say this, but every single time I put on my cleats, every single time I went into that weight room, I just lifted and lifted so hard, and the passion that I felt, I didn't feel anything. And it was the most incredible feeling in the world as my heart would beat and beat and beat, and I could feel my blood flowing through my veins. Like, it was so intense. Every single time I would train, I would feel this. And I would just know that if I train, I won't feel this. And as time progressed, I did get a little bit better and better and better, just very slightly, and not even much, honestly. But it wasn't until I would take a nap in the middle of the day, and then I would wake up, and then for the first 20 minutes, I would feel regular. I'd feel nice. So I started taking a nap every single day. I had to take that nap, And then eventually, it did go away. And it was just surreal knowing that at that point in time that it was gone, and I didn't feel it, and it was the most incredible feeling in the world. Now, I will say this, once in a long while, I'll still feel that. I'll still have that feeling. Like if I take a nap, or if I'm super tired, I will have this feeling of an out-of-body experience. Like I'm outside of my body looking in. And I will have that. But the way I look at it now is not, oh man, I hope it's not coming back. I hope, no. I look at it like, it is what it is. This is gonna happen either way. It's happening, and I can't do anything about it. So accept it and just try and live life. And that is my whole point to this video for you. Accept it. Live your life. Trust that things will get better, because they will. They definitely will. And if they don't get better, adjust. Adjust and be positive about that adjustment. Say, no, that is not a detrimental position that I'm in my life. It's more so something to challenge you, to make you stronger. You have to always be optimistic, because you never know. You never know when you're just gonna be gone. You never know. Life comes and goes. That's what I'm trying to say. Life comes and goes. And if you always live a life where you're just negative and you don't feel like you want to live, and all you're ever going to receive is that negative energy back to you that you're putting out in this world. So if you are someone struggling, I really want you to look at yourself in a mirror. Look at yourself in a mirror and ask yourself, if I was completely normal. And I say normal because I feel like these challenges that we have in our lives, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So if you were normal, if you had no challenges and you were just a normal person with everyday life things that were coming in your way, and then obstacles like that, like girlfriend problems, all that, what would you do? What would you be your one goal in your life that you would like to accomplish? And when you look at that goal, I want you to say, how would I feel when I'm doing that? How would I feel? You would be working hard, right? You would be positive, right? You would want to get there so bad, you would do anything. You would sacrifice. You would dedicate every minute to that craft that you want to accomplish. So now think of that and put it into your life right now. You're hurting, I know you're hurting. You have a friend that's hurting. You have a relative that's hurting. You have somebody that's hurting in their lives. But you can't give up. Because there's a purpose to this. There's a purpose to challenging you. Because if they don't challenge you, then how will this world change every day? It's people like you that will make this change. It's people like you. Life has chosen you to make a change, not only for yourself, but the people around you. And when you make a change in yourself, people see it. Other people see it. I don't have this many viewers just because I didn't make a change. I had to make a change. I had to take opportunities. And people see the hard work that I put into this change, and they want the same change as me. So one more time, if you are struggling, if you have a friend that's struggling, if you have a relative, a coworker, a parent, whoever it may be, show them this video. Show them that there's no giving up. There's absolutely no giving up, even if it ends one day. At least you'll know that you never gave up, and you'll leave a legacy that explains to every other person that knows your name, who knew who you were, to not give up. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.